Now, I'm not saying that I'm like Wade Boggs kind of superstitious crazy, right? Hey, my name is Ken, and I am on a journey to lose as much weight as I possibly can so I can become a fat guy no more. So week 19 is over now. Week 19 was amazing. I had such a good week this last week all the way around. Let's just jump right into it. So Saturday, the wife asked me to go to Costco with her, and after years and years and years of saying no, this week I decided I would do it. And so we went, and I felt like a kid in a candy store, honestly. It was like a whole new experience to me walking around there and being able to walk. And I mean like walk. I spent almost 40 minutes walking around. Did not have to sit down once. Got to look at the amazing produce selection that they have, went through the seafood, hit the freezer section, tried to stay out of the electronics department, which I was able to this time. But it was such a great experience. I was grateful that I was able to walk around and get to just be out of the house and spend some time with the wife. So I'm curious what you have to say, and I'm a little torn on this one. I did walk almost 40 minutes. It was 39 and some odd change from car door and around Costco and back out to the car. On my year in review for 2022, some of my milestones for 2023 was to be able to do timed walks of 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30-minute walks. So now, let me ask you, do I count that as a 30-plus minute walk? Or should I only say that if I actually leave the house with one thing planned, and that is to walk? Why don't you comment down below and let me know if it counts or if I'm just trying to jump the gun and be a little too hopeful here. But yeah, let me know what you think. The rest of the week, I had a couple doctor's appointments. Had to go see the cardiologist. It was the first time I've ever done that. I'm at that age now where my primary care doctor feels that I should go and establish a relationship with a cardiologist. So went in, he did an EKG. I mean, I have AFib, atrial fibrillation. We've known that for almost 11 years now. He said it didn't look too bad. As a matter of fact, he said it was, the risk from it was quite low at this point. So just keep doing what I've been doing. On Thursday, I went in and got a cast made for my right foot. If you've watched some of my other videos, especially my recap videos, I had one made for my left that was amazing. So now we're getting one done for the right. I've been wearing one on my right foot for years. Whoa, what's it been? Since 98, I guess, almost 25 years. Darn near half my life ago. But this one is old, and honestly, after losing so much weight, it's kind of loose again, and now it's time to get it replaced with something a little better. So I went and got that done, and it's gonna be probably about 4 to 6 weeks before I get it. And I'm already looking forward to it, because if it does for me what the one on my left did, boy howdy, watch out. Just watch out. I'm gonna be walking all over the place. Things are gonna be great, and I can't wait. So let's talk side effects. I don't normally have the bad ones. You know, the good one of appetite suppression, that's what we're all looking for, right? But the others, I typically don't anymore, and so that's why I was kind of surprised this week when I did. I mean, things like headaches, not being able to sleep too much, and vicious, I mean, hard appetite suppression. I mean, there was at least one day where I was somewhere around 762 calories, and I think it was like 65 to 70 grams of protein. It was a tough day, and so I think I've come out of that now. I'm feeling much better, that's for sure. I upped my sodium a little bit to help with the headaches, and it seems to have worked. And I just keep reminding myself, even if I have a day every so often where I eat below what I really should in calories, as long as my weekly averages are where I need them to be, I'm just not going to worry about it. I mean, I see there's no reason to sweat it occasionally. And that goes the same thing where if I go over on my target for calories, I just don't worry about that usually. So I'm gonna look at it for under, as long as it's only occasionally. If it becomes a habit, a pattern form, then we might have a problem. But until then, just gonna keep moving forward. Non-scale victories this week. I had quite a few, but I'm only going to touch on just a couple of them or so, because I could do a whole video on things that excited the hell out of me this week when it comes to non-scale victories. But one of them happened on Monday. I went to the cardiologist, and as I walked into the room, I looked over at the chairs, and I see these chairs with the arms on them. And most doctors that I've been to down here have chairs, at least one chair in a room that doesn't have arms on it. Both of these did. So I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? In my brain, I'm like, there's just no chance I'm gonna be able to sit in that thing. But there was nowhere else to sit. So I thought I'd give it a try. And as I sat down, it was like thump, I went right into it. I was literally so shocked. I started laughing. And the nurse that took me in was like, what's going on? So I explained to her. I said, I still have really fat guy brain. And of course she looked at me like, well, you kind of are, right? I mean, she didn't say it, but it was just that look that I got. And so I told her, hey, I'm down quite a ways. And I explained to her what's been going on. And she was absolutely blown away by it. So we celebrated it. And that was a big thing to me. So now I don't have to worry about that at his office, even though there's arms on it. And I don't go back to see him again for another 6 months. So I know I've got time before I have to sit at it again. So hopefully it'll be even looser the next time. Sunday I went out to a local restaurant bar with some friends, a big group of Seahawk fans. We're called the Tornado Alley Seahawkers down here in Oklahoma City. And we got together to watch the Seahawks game versus the Rams, the final game of the regular season. It was a good time. There's a couple things that happened there that made me smile, and thanks to a suggestion from a couple of great members in BJ Davis's Discord, which if you're not part of that, and I'll put a link in below, go join. It's a great group of people. But anyways, thanks to a couple of them over there, I was able to remember, that's the biggest thing, to order my salad with the dressing on the side. That is a huge calorie and sodium saver. So I ate it that way, just dipping into the salad dressing, and I probably didn't even eat half of the salad dressing if I'm lucky. So that was a big victory in my mind. And now I know I can order that when I go there going forward, and I'm just gonna keep doing it, and that's gonna be a big help. So in a short that I did the other day, I kind of teased that I had a big non-scale victory that was something I haven't been able to do ever before, that just excited the hell out of me. I mean, I'm still smiling thinking about it. So here at the house, we have 2 showers. One of them's part of a tub, and then the other is a standalone by itself. And I've never been able to use the standalone shower. Just been too big, honestly. I tried a couple months or so ago, and to even move around in there, my elbows would hit the door and kick it open, and then I'm spraying water all over the place. Or I would knock the stuff off the shelf. My wife's shampoo would go flying, and next thing you know, it's at my feet. And I am so worried about slipping and falling in the shower as it is that I usually put down a hand towel so I can stand on it. And you know, once it gets wet, it works out good. But this time was different for twofold, really. One, my wife found this floor mat for showers that is spectacular. I'll link it down below in case anybody's interested. It's kind of like loofah material, I guess. And so not only does it scrub and the bottom of your feet, but it's also non-stick on it, and the water can drain through it. So since the water can drain through it, man, what a difference it made. I didn't have to worry. I could actually turn around. And because I've lost so much weight, I wasn't elbowing anything. I wasn't kicking that door open a single time. That had to have been the single greatest shower that I have had in years, because I didn't have to worry about anything else happening. I didn't have to worry about falling. I didn't have to worry about accidentally kicking that door open or knocking stuff down. I could just stand there and enjoy the shower. I know that sounds silly, but to me, that's a big thing. I've used it every day since, honestly, just because it's great. I don't know what else to say about it, but it excited the hell out of me, and that to me was a big non-scale victory, being able to actually use the standalone shower. So let me ask you, is anybody else as superstitious as I am? It doesn't really seem to matter what it is. If I happen to notice a pattern of something, if I do something and something happens, whether it's connected or not, I tend to repeat that over and over and over. I like to call it riding that wave until it ends. So Monday I went out after my chiropractor appointment, and I went by Sonic, and I got me a diet cherry limeade. And then the next morning I noticed I was down on the scale. So while I was out Tuesday, I got me a diet cherry limeade from Sonic. And the next day I was down a little on the scale. So then the next day, and am I crazy? What would you do? Comment down below. Do you have anything that you've noticed before while you're losing weight that you keep repeating just to see if it works? Now, I'm not saying I'm like Wade Boggs kind of superstitious crazy, right? But I do have to say, it's only dumb if it doesn't work. All right, so let's see what the numbers showed this week in MyFitnessPal. A grand total of 1,204 calories per day is what I averaged. I took in 120 grams of protein per day on average. My sodium was just a tad bit above where I like to have it at, honestly, but I'm okay with it. It came in at 1,275 milligrams per day for the week. And my potassium was a little bit low as well, coming in at 2,907 milligrams per day for the week. So then, with all of this, what did the scale say? You know, the last few weeks have been tough. I dropped, I think, 2 a couple weeks ago, 3 last week, and then this week, for whatever reason, bam! Yeah, down 11 pounds in a week. I have no idea, just simply no idea. But you know what? I'm going to take it. So that's 16 pounds in the last 3 weeks. That gives me a total now of 104 pounds lost with Mounjaro and 139 pounds overall. That puts me at having lost 18.5% of my body weight since I started Mounjaro, and a total of 23.5% since I started January of 2022. I know I can't expect this kind of week going forward, but man, it was nice to have, especially after banging my head against that brick wall. And I guess last week I thought I came through it like the Kool-Aid man. Dude, I guess I obliterated that brick wall, let alone just broke through it. I mean, just smashed it and ran away from it, evidently. And I'm glad that happened, but I don't know why. I mean, I'm trying to stay about the same each week. We all flux a little bit. My calories, the macros that I want to hit, be that protein, fiber, sodium, or potassium, they're pretty close. You know, the sodium occasionally goes a little higher, and it was up for New Year's, but you know, I don't think it was that big of a deal. Either way, I'll take it. I'll be glad to take it. And all I can do is keep on keeping on and just keep moving forward. So week 19 was definitely a great week, and I'm looking forward to what week 20 will bring. Trying not to look too far ahead, honestly, but I'm quite excited. I've got some milestones coming up, and this week got me just a little bit closer to those. So you know, when they happen, they'll happen. Thanks for coming by and watching. I really appreciate it. Of course, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. I'd appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on my journey to become a fat guy no more, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. Oh my God. Could you guys hear that wind? Of course, as soon as I do that, it dies down. It's been quite windy here. There we go again. Can you hear it? I don't know.